So the question is, does the situation actually warrant such a dramatic and provocative response? Or, as Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, says, is D.C. just the first step of militarizing cities like dictators do? CNN legal analyst Joey Jackson joins us in our fifth seat. It's an obvious point why Trump would start with D.C., because D.C. is the one place in this country where there's a little bit more leeway to do this. But I think the question people are asking themselves is this a trial run for more?
So it could be, all right? So there's a couple of considerations, Abby. The first, of course, political, and that's a story I think that needs to be talked about, whether it's warranted, whether it's appropriate. You played the clip there. If crime is down, and of course some suggest it's down lowest in 30 years, is this necessary? The next is the legal. So there's two things to look at with respect to whether it's legal. The first thing is D.C., we all know, is very different from any other American city. Why? Because Congress has enacted legislation to allow it to be largely under federal control. What does that mean practically? It means practically that Congress essentially could do whatever it wants in terms of overturning anything the city council does. It also means that the president of the United States is in charge of the National Guard. That distinguishes D.C. from any other state in the country where you have governors that are in charge. So he clearly has more authority, that is the president, as it relates to doing things in D.C. The other issue, finally, is whether or not he can usurp the authority of the locals in terms of the police commissioner, the fire, etc. And that is a question of whether there is an emergency. So on the one hand, National Guard, he's the commander-in-chief, send them in. On the other hand, could he now suggest or otherwise employ the locals to be under federal control? That's an issue which would be whether it's an emergency, and these are emergency conditions.
And to your earlier point, I mean, when on the one hand they're saying that crime is plummeting, and on the other hand they're saying that this is an emergency and it's never been this bad, those two things don't really coincide.